We searched high and low to find the perfect neighborhood to shoot this film, and yours is number one. What's this movie called?
Your divine purpose is being blocked by man.
BESSbad.
I want you to make up your mind as I've made up my mind years ago. Make up your mind that you will rise to the knowledge of your soul. Let me impress upon you once again that whatsoever your hardships may be, whatsoever your difficulties in life, they are your own. Let me impress upon you once again that whatsoever your hardships may be, whatsoever your difficulties in life, they are your own. Let me impress upon you once again that whatsoever your hardships may be, whatsoever your difficulties in life, they are your own selection. Had I selected sorrow, I would have been dead a long time ago and been without that which would send me into the presence of the divine, because I would have lived not with the knowledge that is divine.
People, don't you worry.
BESSbad.
I know what I'm doing.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Begin all things with the yield of the
BESSbad.
All they want us to do is see that we might get fed up. All they want us to do is see that we might get fed up. But tell the world that this is just another shake up. But tell the world that this is just another shake up. This world is mine, it can be yours, my friend. This world is mine, this world is mine, it can be yours, my friend. Yours, my friend. Yours, my friend. Yours, my friend. All I don't want you to do, my friend. All I don't want you to do is pretend.
There's nothing but gangbangers, hoochie mamas, thieves. Ain't there any positive roles?
My character got time off for good behavior.
Whoa.
There is a way to get your point across, and it's by the mind, not by weapon and death. It's by love, it's by concern, it's by compassion. Something has been strained out of us when they were shaking the spaghetti. We think it's cool to be uncompassionate. We think it's cool to be tough and uncaring and unconcerned about the children and the women in the future. And that's not real.
The trees have time to blossom, change their leaves. I'll tell the world you've got something up your sleeves. This world is mine, it can be yours, my friend. This world is mine, it can be mine, it can be yours, my friend. Yours, my friend. but tell the world that this is just another chapter. All I don't want you to do is pretend.
Enough of this noise.
You know, give me the real shit, motherfucker.
Hey!
Hey, my man, what are you doing? Hey, Rollo, what's happening, man? Look here, I want to ask you a question. Does that look like wild parsley to you? You mean that marijuana? Hey, look here, baby, it's just about ready to be harvested, too. Yeah, well, just stay away from it, Rollo. Hey, man, don't worry, it's enough for everybody. Rollo, just stay away from it.
Man, I make no joke.
Never give it up, can you? Do it too, can you? Do it too, can you? Never give it up.
Every time they show you Einstein is supposed to be such a genius, he's got a pipe in his mouth. You know what I'm saying? This guy invented the atomic bomb, you know, altered molecules, and he didn't figure out that he was killing himself with cancer.
Man, I make no joke. Man, I make no joke.
Right here and right now, you are beginning to relax even more and allowing the impressions of the experience to settle deeply within your consciousness.
What is that? What's going on?
There's only one logical explanation. The mothership has landed. Fear not, my niggas, I'ma break it down.
Before we start talking about our attitude toward the world, let's talk about our attitude toward ourselves. I'm not going to try to tell you how to live your life. That's none of my business, nor is it anybody else's business. That's your business. Your mind can hold only one thought at a time. And since there's nothing at all to be gained by being negative, be positive.
Thousands of years ago, you were becoming smarter and beginning to use more of your brain, and that was giving you more psychic powers. But wicked have taught human beings how to use computers, which made their brains stop developing. And if you don't develop your brain, you're going to cut off your psychic power, and y'all won't have telepathy and all of the powers necessary for communicating. So now you're doing everything on computers, and you stop developing the brain. But you're so fascinated with computers and how fast it gets things done that they can't convince you that thousands of years are being lost because human beings are not calculating with their hands and not developing their mind and not studying things from an esoteric standpoint of view, but they're looking at everything from a monetary and physical standpoint of view. So they foresee that planet Earth is about to destroy itself because man has got more sophisticated with his technology than he has in his spiritual powers.
desenhe, não é? E mesmo uma lista suggested. Hold on to your soul. Expand your mind. Hold on to your soul. Expand your mind. Let it go, 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 leave it all behind, let it go, leave it all behind, let it go, leave it all behind, let it go, let it go, leave it all behind.
Look for the best in new ideas.
Simply because the God of Christianity committed suicide with it. Especially Intensify with Jesus going to give his life for you. So if you're a Christian, the doctrine of suicide works well with you. And this is why the first thing they say about every group of people that's organized in this country who do not belong to a Christian denomination is they're a cult, and then it's followed by a suicide cult. But who's the one who was suicidal? Because every cult in this country and in Guyana and ever committed suicide on a massive scale because it's in their doctrine to be willing to die for someone else. It's not in our doctrine. Yeah. It is also not in the Pope's doctrine. But that nigga be trying to live. And I don't give if you get mad. The Pope is trying his best to live. That nigga got a bulletproof Pope-mobile. You hear me? I want to know. I've been asking this question. I ask this question every week. I want to know if the Pope is God's best friend. Him and God is tight. Why don't he want to go visit God? Go visit God. Go visit God. Go visit God.
That there's an invisible man living in the sky who watches everything you do every minute of every day. And the invisible man has a special list of 10 things he does not want you to do. And if you do any of these 10 things, he has a special place full of fire and smoke and burning and torture and anguish where he will send you to live and suffer and burn and choke and scream and cry forever and ever till the end of time. But he loves you. He loves you and he needs money. He always needs money. He's all powerful, all perfect, all knowing, and all wise. Somehow, just can't handle money.
Oh, come on, that's very bad. Oh, no. Is that one her? Yeah, wasn't that cool?
Go again.
One more time. Next round.
Go again.
Uh-oh. Look. Yeah, he's walking. It's very cool to see them fighting, but it's quite sad.
Please, I just want you to explain.
This is not a place where people believe there's crafts. This is a place for people who saw the crafts. That's why we gather here. We're not people who have a doubt of whether or not there's some extraterrestrial involvement. Our doubt was how do we stay religious with the reality that there's extraterrestrial involvement and it's not mentioned in the books we say we believe in. That's where our problem came in. Our problem came into reality faces beliefs and fictions, but have seen crafts.
Please, I just want you to explain it. So to answer your question, many different types of beings are coming to this planet. The most important visitation was around 1947, after you bombed Hiroshima and Nagasaki, because you almost, with two atoms, split your planet. And if you would have split your planet, you would have interfered with things that are being done in the center of the planet, in a place called Wahala and Shambhala. So the extraterrestrials started sending people from the vortex that went into the bottom of the Bermuda Triangle, which opens up 19 times a year. You understand that? It opens the way to a fourth generation. And they come in the vortex of being from the same galaxy as the little people, but they live underwater as opposed to on land. And they come here when they're living under the sea here, in the Atlantic Ocean, and different places, and they have empires there. And everybody is working to keep you from destroying the planet, so y'all can develop. The only thing that cannot be done is they cannot interfere with the natural course of your planet. Because it'll be thrown into a star holocaust, meaning the magnetic field of the planet will be reduced, which y'all are doing anyway by removing the ozone layer. And we're trying to figure out any way we possibly can to re-knit the ozone layer, because if the ozone layer is moving, ultraviolet rays come in, you'll have 10 years before your planet will be destroyed. So extraterrestrials doing everything in their power to keep you from destroying yourself.
But here's a song that we want you to listen to it. And if you listen very quietly, you can understand what we're saying. Listen.
Malcolm X. No, I can't be saying Malcolm X like no bitch. Malcolm X. God damn it. Marcus Garvey, motherfucker. Haile Selassie. Nat Turner with the burner. I'm here to learn you. I'm here to learn you. I'm here to learn you. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Just getting started like a party in the P's, 1:30 in the morning. Brooklyn, Queens, Charlotte, Bronx, LES, Harlem, Long Island, Jersey, Mount Vernon, White Plains, Yonkers. Don't let these crackers divide us for the conquer. They want us on crack, don't sell it, sell ganja. Help the whole hood stay calmer, plus karma. Crack dealing niggas, y'all part of the problem. Making the hood worse, thinking of yourself first. That white rock is worse than white cops. It's time to get the revolution poppin'. America been treating blacks like Bin Laden, same as Saddam Hussein, and the damn thing changed. Freedom is Pulp Fiction, getting fucked like Ving Rhames. We got it twisted like the King James, and the poor black folks still sing like slaves. The ropes ain't there, but we still being hanged. We haven't stood up yet, why are we afraid? Look at all the Africans that's dying cause of AIDS. A diamond and diamonds we be buying for our change. The pages of the Bible say that these the final days, and Mahatma Gandhi said violence ain't the way. So let's not wait till we blinded by our rage, and our hand is on the 9 or on the gauge. And we in the streets wildin' like the riots in LA. What's going on? Tell Mr. Marvin Gaye. We in the midst of a holy war in the modern day. A war between nature and the technology. They ain't built the gadget to correct poverty. We bumping heads like sodomy. I cry nights knowing Malcolm X died for me, and Dr. King caught it on the balcony. I feel forces trying to bring the best out of me. I'm going through a transformation sort of like alchemy, to change my flesh and soul from lead to gold. God's work written on me with the letters in bold. Behold the glory of heaven unfold before me slowly. My role in the story for which I was chosen, my calling is shown. And like the sun that rose in the morning from the east and brought light, it's a new age dawning across the globe. and the skull and crossbones sitting on thrones they stole with 666 across they dome. Whose goal was to gain the world and lost their soul. Will repay all they owe and reap all they sown. Exhausting our home, making all sorts of clones. And running into space like claustrophobe. This world ain't your world no more. We ain't fighting your wars no more. You won't have a back up against the wall no more. Black people won't be poor no more. I teach so we all know more. I keep going on and on. God damn it, when it's on, it's on. I rock the party to the break of morn to dawn. Now rocking with the God, the dawn. Over these here drums, guitars, and horns. We get our revolutionary party on. Keep the party going.
You really have to read through the readings and listen to them with an open heart and open mind to hear and experience that optimism that is so packed with information about the full revelation.
And I don't fall under your God, so I can't swear on your Bible because I don't believe in your Bible. Because you have not proved this Bible to be authentic. So therefore I can't put my life on the line. So until you can prove this Bible to be authentic, I demand that you throw this case out of court. Because you have to prove to me that this Bible, I don't put my hand on and swear this is authentic. Wow. You got to prove to me that God, when you put our trust in, doesn't exist. And that can't be proven. You understand? That's the law. But as long as you keep surrendering to him, keep on signing things over to him, keep on giving him the power to rule you and control your life, you ain't got no power. Wow.
May I say something to you to give you a true knowledge of yourself and life, so that the same glory and success attained by other men who understand themselves may be yours?
And you may not believe it. There's a cure for everything. The thing is, how long do you want to live? Right now you think you want to live forever, right? Right?
The
thing is, how long do you want to live?
And the
Right now you think you want to live forever, right? Right?
as represent. I imagine there will be certain formalities to attend.
Oh, formalities? No. That's all been dealt with. Before I handed it over, I just asked for a receipt.
Handed it over?
Well, I didn't expect to hand it over without a receipt.
You mean someone has already collected it?
Yes, remarkable.
Take the wheel. Drive. Right. Yes. This is not a car. Get off the wheel.
They say the truth is love, some mistake the love for hate. Cause the truth is tough to take, it's tough to face. They want the fake they want. Not only to fabricate, elaborate lies, but they want you as an alibi to validate. Why? You are not at peace with your reflection, yet you choose not to change it while refusing to accept it. So you created rules to influence the perception, and you mad at whoever not fooled by your deception. Seeing right through you, now you feeling threatened, insecure, so you use aggression as a weapon. To take the focus off self, you just start projecting. If you change the answer, you ain't got to change the question. Tell me delusions, masters of illusion, with master genders, orchestrating confusion, mass destruction in mass production, for mass consumption, a mass dysfunction of this fascist democratic republic. The public put their trust in for justice, but they just get systematic corruption. The rich get richer with bigger tax deductions. News gets skewed, we viewing it in distortion. Big looks small, a small blown out proportion. Bullshit on the front page of the paper. Time for us to wake up. Tell me why
it just ain't right. Tell me why.
Blacks still using and selling the crack rock. Niggas still shooting each other on mad blocks. And them same niggas don't never get at the cops. We still pissing in our own buildings. Niggas still don't take care of their own children. Still fuck new bitches with no condom. Giving STDs, fuck it, it's no problem. Damn. Niggas from the hood go to jail and get more respect than the nigga that go to Yale. And why broke niggas always hating on the next man, and niggas with more shit on niggas with less than. Why?
So many of us held our first child and saw a better self reflected in her eyes.
Oh, you're being your mama's boy, little boy. That's bad.
What's wrong with variety? What's wrong with diversity? Diverting from one thing to another. Well, maybe nothing, but let's examine it. Examine it for what? To see if it is an improvement over what you already had. And if so, justify it by showing by example. Where is the improvement? Which one of these? See, when you start talking about these are not just abstract words. These are talking about you have to do certain things to qualify. So what are these things that you do? And which one of them is an improvement over what has been done?
You may not be in the mood to learn what you think. You know what you think. You know may not be in the mood to learn what you think. You know what you think. You know.
Any leadership that teaches you to depend upon another race is a leadership that will enslave you. Any leadership that teaches you to depend upon another race is a leadership that will enslave you. If you cannot do it, if you are not prepared to do it, then you will die. You race of cowards, you race of imbeciles, you race of good for nothing. If you cannot do what other men have done, what other nations have done, what other races have done, then you have to die.
Another thing, when you talk about a revolution, most people think violence, without realizing that the real content of any kind of revolutionary thrust lies in the principles and the goals that you're striving for, not in the way you reach them. On the other hand, because of the way this society is organized, because of the violence that exists on the surface everywhere, you have to expect that there are going to be such explosions. You have to expect things like that as reactions.
Pretty good, Ace. Where'd you hire this guy? Bad news, Jake. I didn't hire him. This is the real BESSbad.
Some echo of haunting melody from the only American music which welled up from black souls in the dark past.
I shall meet him on the same platform of mental equality and fight him till thy kingdom come, because nature created us equal.
Be black, buy black, think black, and all of us will take care of this stuff. Let no voice but your own speak to you from the depths. Let no influence but your own rouse you in time of peace and time of war. Hear all, but attend only to that which concerns